G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a medium machine gun. This is a standalone weapon, complete with custom sounds and animations, that is based on a real-life firearm known as the MG3 and also T24. The MG3 is a modernized version of the MG42, which was the general-purpose machine gun used by the Germans during the Second World War. Colloquially known as Hitler's buzzsaw, this weapon fired full-powered rifle cartridges at approximately 1,500 rounds per minute, which was devastating on itself, but hearing this machine gun go off, it'd be that fast that you couldn't actually tell the individual rounds apart, so it'd just be a constant buzzing noise of death, which would have had a profound psychological impact if you're on the receiving end of this thing. So not only does this thing spit out walls of lead faster than you could possibly conceive, but this thing also fought the war on the psychological front because, well, who wants to charge a gun nest when it's making a buzzsaw noise like this? Not me, man. Germans are scary. Now, as for the naming conventions of this Schrodinger's machine gun, right now it appears to be configured in an MG34 configuration with that barrel, but there's also other options for different barrels, like this one, which looks like an MG42 barrel, but perhaps it means it's actually an MG3 because the weapons mod's called an MG3. Or it might be a T24 machine gun, which was a prototype reverse-engineered MG42 because, you know, they were being shot at with those MG42s for a long time. Maybe they thought, hey, we should take a look at this thing and see if we can incorporate some of their designs. Perhaps the most distinguishing feature about it is it fires the 30-06 rounds, which is the same rounds that the Browning automatic rifle fires. So I believe this thing is, in fact, a T24, but it does look quite like the MG42, just like the prototype does in real life. Although I find it kind of funny how these attachments are the exact same that you'd find on the War Daddy version, but there's no tacky Italian-made plaster thing, so I'm glad that's all behind. There's also an option for a scavenge barrel here, which looks like it's from a Star Wars gun. Looks kind of funny. It's just got a bunch of little extra pipes and greebling over it, so yeah, laser weaponry there. The advanced barrel gives us the strongest range, so I suppose we'll use this one. But we'll go back to receivers for a second because, again, we've got very similar attachments to your War Daddy versions. This one has a powerful receiver. Requires a heavy gunner to equip this in gun nut rank 4, giving us 105 damage, which is pretty good, and the DPS just slides just over 2,000 with that one, so that's pretty nice. We've got an old magazine, holds 50 rounds, a new magazine holds 100. Neat. Next, you've got options for sights. You can have iron sights and a carry handle here because, you know, we really like the idea of AR-15s. We put a carry handle on everything. I believe that lines up with that or something. Seems a little bit high. Maybe we're going for an indirect fire approach for this particular version of the T24. So that's cool. I don't think I like it, but yeah, there's a Picatinny rail there. You can choose combat sights, combat scopes. That one's an actual scope. There's also options for holographic sights, which look like that. A little bit like the holographic from the reflex sight from the vanilla game assault rifle. There's also options for a reflex sight, short scope, medium, night vision, and also a recon scope, which looks like a big old flying saucer on top of your gun. So that's there if you want. I think what I'll do is go for a reflex sight on this one, and we'll move on to the next one, which is the muzzle. You have a compensator or a scavenge compensator, which looks like that. The weapon's a little bit too far zoomed in, but yeah, you're getting a pretty standard looking MG42 muzzle if you attach that one. Now, these do reduce your range ever so slightly, but I do highly recommend getting them on because if you don't have these, then your recoil is going to make it very hard to actually keep on target. So what we'll do is we'll choose the compensator because we get better range out of it. So that's helpful. Next, we'll go over to the legendaries, which are provided by legendary modification. We'll skip over that one. And now we get the extras. We have a nun, a bipod. You can extend that bipod. It says better precision and stability. I've got no idea whether that means better spread, better accuracy when aiming down sights or anything. You can also have laser pointers in 3 flavors, red, blue, and green, which is attached just under the barrel right there. Let's go for a green laser pointer on this thing. Well, this will be a run and gun play style version with no bipod. I do quite like the idea of a reflex sight on an MG42. Or is it a T24? I can't keep track. There's too many machine guns in my brain. The medium machine gun is injected onto level list at level 35. 35 Nick Dacos mentioned. Inside jokes. Anyways, so this weapon should spawn on Brotherhood of Steel soldiers, gunners, and various bosses, and also vendors, apparently. There's also a 308 version if you don't feel like using the munitions version, so if this thing is chambered in 308, then I believe using the NATO rounds, it's actually an MG3. Yeah, it's pretty expensive too, but that's what you get what you pay for. It's German engineering, like a Miele vacuum cleaner. There is also a unique version of the MG3/T24 located within the Glowing Sea. Specifically, it's within Sentinel Site Prescott, which is the giant pyramid very south of the Glowing Sea. You go here for Liberty Reprimed or something like that to arm Liberty Prime with nukes for the Brotherhood of Steel. But I believe this place is open from the get-go of Fallout 4. So here I am at the front door, and the object here is just to get down. And if you go out to this balcony and poke your head over the door, where you want to get to is literally right below you. So if you've got protection from fall damage, just jump right off. But if you don't, then just follow the railing down, and you can find a jump off point which won't leave you too injured if you decide to jump off. So you can just hop down here if you feel like it, and then bam, you're down with minimal health lost. And if you get into this room, you'll know it because there's a bunch of little baby shipping crates in here. Nice. Explosive Advanced X56 Smart Machine Gun. I believe that's an Alien reference, but it's got an explosive thing, and it's firing the 5mm rounds with a DPS of 1800. Neat. Almost 19. That's cool. Alrighty, we're back at Immersive Gunners Plaza. Here is our medium machine gun in first person, all of its reflex-sight glory. And check out that. The crows haven't even gone to Bali yet. And season's over, bros. You can go. Anyways, so having a quick look at this thing in third person, it's very similar to the model used by the War Daddy mod, and it's got some reload animations as well. Same animations, we've seen these before. It's like it's a rebalance of that MG42 mod, which I thought was like terribly unbalanced. And do you need a coffee? You tired? That's better. It's like a rebalancing of that War Daddy mod, which would get up to like 300 damage and like one burst you, especially if you're at low health. So yeah, that mod had to get removed, but it also works a little bit with classic holstered weapons. Sometimes the barrel is there, sometimes it's not. I think it's like the advanced barrel doesn't show up, but the rest of it does. So I think it's not rated as a heavy weapon because normally they don't show up under normal circumstance under that classic holstered weapons mod. So we'll take a quick look at the others. This one has the barrels with the pipe and the greebling all over it, the bipod down, and the combat scope. So it's kind of like sniper status, but the effect of magnification is really not that much. And here is the smart gun, which is got a high capacity, 200, which is pretty good, in the explosive rounds also pretty nice. And the outfit today, because everything else is German, we've gone for a French-looking outfit. This is Vitor Wardrobe 9's, I think it's Sexy Maid costume. You probably figured that out by now. I've also got the heels from the Vitor, it's like that latex outfit. It might be Vitor Wardrobe 10, but honestly the shoes are interchangeable. But we've also got some hair. I believe that's from Nier Automata or something like that. It looks like a 2B haircut, or maybe one of their followers. I know nothing about that. Ask me about Stellar Blade, though. I know plenty of that. Did a couple of playthroughs of that. It's a good game. A lot of outfit mods coming out these days for Fallout 4 from Stellar Blade, so you can see its inspiration. Anyways, let's start by doing a bit of sniping, I guess. We'll shoot some of these little baby turrets and gather some gun foo, and if they start moving, well, we'll just gun them down. Okay, we're a little bit out of range of this thing. Funnily enough, this thing having less range means it's less effective as an actual sniper weapon than the one with the reflex sight, and so, yeah, that's cool. But once they get nice and close, we'll be laughing. We're still in caution somehow. They fear the might and the noise of the MG42, but can't quite pinpoint where it's coming from. There it is. Notice how in VATS we also get full 10-round bursts, which is good news because that means we can absolutely destroy them with VATS criticals. Alright, I think she's dead, Ayla. Anyways, let's go over to our advanced one with reflex sight. We should have a little bit better time with our AP on this thing, so let's go back and use that. A little bit. Not quite as effective in VAFs as it is in VATS, because as you can tell, we get plenty more bursts. and you can guarantee all 10 headshots should your roll be an effective one. So the DPS there is excellent. Anything like a lucky version of this, similar to the miniguns and the Gatling lasers. Excuse me, what did you bash me with? Never mind. Yes, you'll find that they can do a lot of damage with criticals, so that's cool. But I think you're all wanting to see the smart gun. Now, it's not that smart. We haven't got the smart tracking software actually active. It's made for hunting aliens anyway, so maybe that doesn't really work well. But as you can tell, rapid fire explosive weapon. Point this at enemies and you're laughing, especially when you've got a 200 round magazine. You can fire from Monday to Sunday and still have enough rounds to kill a couple more gunner platoons. So you'll have no problems with this thing. It's in a pretty hard place to get, and I guess that's the only limiting factor, because normally the 5mm rounds, they're cheap and easy to find and relatively light. So even on a survival character, you could probably get away with using something like this within moderation.
Easy. Got new orders for you.
Now I've got the Invisible Man on my team. Isn't that nice? I'll get him to shoot some of these guys.
Kill.
Here comes the Molotov. Recoil is fairly strong on this thing as well, but with the compensator, it's relatively easy enough to just pull the mouse down as you're firing, and then you'll have a good enough time just keeping this thing on target. And I suppose if you're really good, you can zero in on those headshots and just keep hitting them repeatedly in the face. What gun has he got, by the way? Ah, he's got one of those DAC 50 cal MA2s, so that's cool. He hits pretty hard when he actually gets the shot, but unfortunately it's not really working for him. Anyways, bit of hip fire. You just killed that bighorner, you bastard. This hair actually has a little bit of physics as well. It's pretty less noticeable. Well, it's more easy to notice when you're running around with the weapon out. Clipping right into the back there. But it's shifting a little bit. There's some physics going on there. I must say, with the laser sight on this thing, the hip fire seems to be very reliable indeed. So we'll hop down here and mow some of these guys down from close range. And up we go. Whoops. Oh, try that again. Okay, I've got the perfect door breaching weapon here. I'm just gonna spray the ground with explosive bullets and see what I can kill. Oh, all of them. Perfect. So I think this is strong, but it's not completely overpowered like the original War Daddy one was, so I'm pretty happy where it's at. It's got some punch, but it's obviously going to be very expensive to run and feed, so that's your drawing back point. So I can't really fault it for its balance. The feel is good, it's got a lot of recoil, but not too much. So really nothing to complain about here. Perhaps you could argue you could have different attachments for like different round types or anything, but that might just be bloat. But yeah, as it is now, it's a pretty focused and well-balanced, well-rounded mod. So let's see how it does against something a little bit tougher. While this maid outfit might be the biggest if you know ever, it's important to note that it's also black and white, colorblind colors. We're into a prelim final on Saturday night, so it should be a good game. It should smash the crap out of Brisbane, and then we're on to the grand final, the big one. Anyway, so until then, I'll just shoot at this one and put as many criticals as I can possibly get into him. I don't know how many I've got in VAFs, but in VATs we should be able to get absolutely heaps going. Also, I love how we're slightly nudging him back. Every bullet, he didn't even hit us there because we pushed him that far back. Nope. Oh, looks like Mr. Vertibird's back. Well, that's good. Unfortunately, he won't offer any distractions at all. So we'll just keep on mowing him down from back here. You know, curiously, this thing is incapable of getting any staggers. So, I don't know. I feel like the onslaught of rifle cartridges at, you know, this fire rate might cause you to lose your balance just a little bit. Oh, okay. We mixed the stagger with the dodging animation there and went underground. How about this way? Oh no, now you've done it. That's it, we're bringing out this one. Nope. You can even tame the big boys pretty fast without having to rely on stealth or anything like that. So, yeah, that was pretty impressive. But maybe something a little bit more agile would provide more of a challenge. Thanks for your help, by the way. They probably did about 21 points of damage overall. Okay, if we can quickly blitzkrieg Mr. Ghoul over here, which should be easy because he hasn't actually run down to the bugs. Any hits we get here are purely just luck, but with that, I've got 3 free crits on this guy, so let's light him up. I don't even care that I'm wasting 3 bullets. I just want to shred him with at least 1 set of sneak criticals. Okay, that's done pretty well. We can sort of hip fire him from here as well. Well, the bugs have seen their threat and have buggered off, as it were. So now, it's a proper 1v1. Although...
Calm down.
Now
Just do what I say.
You're going to attack your big friend there? Yes, he is. He's on my team. Well, he gets one-shotted. Expected. Oh, those crits are so deadly. Look at that. 198 on a 10-round burst. That is huge amounts of damage. But I think we'll go over to explosive again and hip-fire the crap out of him. Just as soon as I have this reloaded. There it is. Should be hitting him at twice the normal rate, which would mean twice the chance of stagger. We seem to be able to perma-stun him quite effectively here, which is good news. And if we don't hit him, we just shoot him to the ground and take 0 damage from his attacks. Great. Now we go into VAFs a little bit, just to run rings around him, and then open up. Hopefully by the time, yep, we finish our jump, we're over here. You can definitely feel how this one has absolutely 0 muzzles to reel in the recoil. I have to do a significant amount of work on this mouse to keep this thing in line. Okay, that was pretty good. What else is there to do with this thing? Maybe some cool legendary effects. Okay, you know what? I haven't used the 2-shot legendary effect in a while, so let's add even more bullets to the equation and chuck the 2-shot legendary effect on a weapon like this, which according to the DPS rating, we've gone up to 3,800, and you can definitely feel the difference in recoil already. I'm gonna have to microburst this like we're playing Battlefield 3 again. Now, is there anyone else who wants to attack me, or are they fleeing before the noise? Because that's a pretty good idea if they wanted to do that, just saying, but unfortunately, I'm equipped with a grappling hook. We can find them. It's fine. This guy has decided to go out the honorable way by taking on a Mirelurk Queen with some sort of melee weapon. Unfortunately, didn't do the job. I'm gonna punch this Mirelurk Queen to death. Let's go. Get into a fist fight with a Mirelurk Queen, even get the stagger on her. Haha, yes! That worked. Ah, big boy's here now. That's fine. Just smash him in the face, over and over. All the criticals. All of them. That health just shredded off already. Now just hopefully stagger him, and then get to a safe place, and then cover that reload. And then, when we're done there, more face shredding. Add a critical in the mix. Just melts it away. You could really do VATS Heavy Gunner. I mean, you can probably do that in Fallout 76 now, but you could always do that in Fallout 4. And one last reload. We should have a good enough time cleaning out his teeth with this thing. And that's it. I think you get the idea. So that there was the MG3 and T24 machine gun, and pretty much summed it up all before. I think it's a well-balanced, pretty pointed, focused mod. It just brings an MG42 facsimile into the game and doesn't make it blow everything away. It's still Gonna take a little bit of time and effort to kill stuff, but if it's used on you, it's not going to kill you as fast as you can kill everything. So it doesn't sort of throw the whole balance out. So if you are interested in seeing this weapon in your game, check out the link in the description. It'll be down there. I recommend it. I'll be providing a link to any alternate mods that have this same model. If that War Daddy mod's on Xbox, which has been out for a few years now, there's every chance that it is, then I'll be providing that one too as an alternate link. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.